Hi, I'm Joy Ruddock, and I'm here with Adam Marshall, Chief Product Officer at Grass Valley. Good to see you, Adam.
Good to see you too, Joe. Great speaking to you, and thanks for having me.
No problem at all. So we're speaking just ahead of IBC. What trends do you expect to dominate at the show?
Well, I think as we've seen for the last kind of year or two, it's been that explosion of content in the industry is kind of making our customers, our partners find, well, how can they stand out from the crowd? How can they kind of stand out from the noise, so to speak? Because the explosion of content really taken over the entire publishing space. So how can they maximize and identify how to maximize value in the assets they have? A lot of that really starts with the storytelling. So how can they really engage better with their audience? How can they drive engagement and emotion in their story pieces? But it's also about streamlining their workflows. So a big part of that, of course, is artificial intelligence, but AI for AI's sake doesn't really pay dividends. It's got to be fully integrated with the workflow to kind of realize the results. And that's a key piece I think a lot of the market is kind of learning and kind of working through partnerships, but also trial and error as well. And then the other piece really is around how you can drive agility. Um, More than ever now, new content rights are coming and going. You've got to kind of both react quicker than ever with your business needs, but you've also got to react to things going away. And you don't want the cost accrual that goes off the back of that. So, how can you kind of drive more value in your assets? How you can streamline the business to react faster, and really the agility piece as well. So, IBC is always filled with lots of other things as well, but that tends to be the key stories that our customers come to us with.
Absolutely. And can you share any details of anything that would be new from Grass Valley at the show?
Well, as you might imagine, it's kind of based around these pillars for us. So the on the kind of creative storytelling piece, some of our customers or the market will have noticed we've got a brand new camera, the LDX 180. So that's a Super 35 large sensor, shallow depth of field camera. And that's really about driving efficiencies in the workflow. So typically, if you want that creative, engaging content, cinematic look, you need a separate system that's somehow joined in to the wider platform. But that causes infrastructure concerns, it causes challenges in the production workflow. But the 180 is developed as part of the 100 series. So it's a fully integrated piece of the workflow. One shading platform, one user experience, one creative look and feel across your two-thirds and your shallow depth of field cameras as well. So really driving efficiencies through that path. The other piece on the streamlining, I mentioned AI, so we've been doing a lot of work within our content production chain to really draw and complete the end-to-end path from acquisition all the way through to delivery. And AI feeds a big part of that for logging and integrations, image recognition, finding those assets and that content faster than ever. So we've got some really cool new features there, integrating with many of the providers out in the market and allowing our customers to pick the AI or machine learning kind of offering of their choice rather than having to use the one we particularly choose. So giving them the flexibility to choose what they want from the market. And then on top of that, the agility piece is actually a lot of it is around the partnerships, the GV Alliance. So of course, AMP is extremely flexible from a SaaS-based system, but the GV Alliance is growing faster than ever. We're leaders on the EBU MXL initiative alongside Lava and Readle and many other partners as well. Our own VP of Software Architecture, Vincent Troussart, is leading that technical advisory committee as part of the EBU and NAVA initiatives. And at IBC, we've got the our first production release applications for MXL gateways. So any MXL compliant application is now fully supported on AMP natively. So that's a really good sign because that enables new partner engagements such as Zoom, as this call is, but also TVU with Media Mesh and other vendors who have been part of that delivery piece, really driving partnerships, more inclusions, and taking away the integration hassles that customers really need to go through for systems in the past. So again, streamlining agility and generating business value, really.
Hmm. Sounds like there was a lot going on.
A lot, yes. And there's way
And
more, of course, at the show.
well, absolutely, yeah. And you're also speaking at the SVG Summit on decentralized production. How
Yeah.
are tools like cloud, IP, remote technologies impacting live sports coverage, and how do you see this developing?
So I think the impact is the speed of change, right? So it's allowing everyone to move faster than ever before, but also be able to deliver more than ever before. That piece around agility to business needs, I think if you look at sports, there's nothing more There's nothing growing faster than the demand for live sports in the market. If you look at the trend in media, it's live sports is kind of driving that engagement, that growth adoption. But with that in mind, you're needing to deliver more sports content than ever before, which is fantastic, right? It's great to see all that coming through. But many providers don't have the capacity or the resources to scale as quickly as they need to. So things like IP is making it easier to scale, first of all. Cloud and software defined is really making it easier to adapt to the needs on the fly. If I need to do an additional 10 record channels one day because all of my sporting events have landed on that time, I say 10, maybe 50 to 100, you can spin those up on the fly. You don't have to buy in advance for those. So it's kind of putting the control back into the business hands. So whatever the situation, you can say yes to it, which is great to see, because then that drives all of the content we love watching at home every day for not only your big tier one services that are then repackaged and reversioned for many different scenarios and regionalizations, but also your localized content. It enables that low cost, lower tier production that normally wouldn't have been able to get to eyeballs at home to be produced, because it's a more agile, more cost effective than ever before.